I was mid convo, and then now I had to go deal with this.
We're so great.
Hi guys, what's up? Sorry if you hear some background noise. It's literally my air conditioner right now. It's really hot out here in Portland. This is one of the cloudy days, but it turned into a sunny day, and now it is 80 some degrees. But I should not be complaining because we do love the sun. I kind of just wanted to come on here and do a quick little video. I have 30 minutes before my next meeting at work. So I was like, you know what? I felt inspired. I was watching a video by Valeria Lipovetsky. I cannot pronounce her name correctly, but she did a podcast episode with Ami Song, and I love Ami Song. Like, I was following her since the beginning of time, like maybe like 15-17 years ago, and they kind of talk about her career, how she got into influencing blogging because of her. Actually, I started writing on my own blog spot about fashion, things that I do or things that I loved at the time. I was really passionate and still am passionate about fashion and designing and that whole industry. So wanted this video to be how I'm navigating my late 20s. I was inspired by that video. She shared a bit about her 20s and like how she was, and I was like, wow. I'm 28 right now. I turned 28 earlier this year in April, and yeah, so much has changed since my early 20s and even since I was younger. And yeah, I just wanted to share, if it's life tips to you, some advice, or just like where I'm at, how I'm navigating my late 20s. I feel like when you're younger or like in your early 20s, you're like, dang, that's so old. And even when I talk to younger people too, like they literally call a 28-year-old old, and I kind of offended because I'm still young, you know, and also for thinking like late 20s is old is actually absurd. And I hope anyone who's watching this that is over 28 or around my age or older, you are not old. I feel like life is barely getting started, especially for me, and I'm 28. Obviously, I've started my journey of being like a designer and like an artist is very young, but it only really truly caught up to me and where I am in my life right now. I've always been the youngest in majority of my spaces, my work spaces, like how I am outwardly in the world. I was always super ambitious growing up, but yeah, as an adult and like how I've created my life and my life path and my career path, by far I have definitely been one of the youngest people in the groups and all of my social circles. When you become an adult, basically, you interact with so many different people. You're going to interact with younger adults, you're going to interact with older adults. They have that frontal lobe developed. And when I tell you, I turned 28 this year, and I didn't necessarily feel that that was old. I was like, okay, cool. There's just a sense of maturity that you get. Sometimes it comes later in life. I'm glad that the maturity has come sooner for me before 28. Like, I would say my frontal lobe was, for the most part, fully developed at 25. Once 26, 27 rolled around, I was kind of given maybe could have possibly crashed out. But once that 28 hit, I really put myself on the forefront of like what I'm doing and like what I need. Really adulting, putting yourself first, prioritizing your needs, mental, physical, and like having that balance. Like trying to deal with relationships, friendships, also body changes. And then for me, just working full time and trying to find a balance as well. My job is kind of demanding in some ways. I work remote some days, go into the office, but I do work with a lot of high profile athletes. It is a lot. You get to travel. Thankfully, that's like what I signed up for. That's literally what I signed up for. But it's also like finding your personal balance of travel or fulfillment outside of work. I think your late 20s is really just about finding out what you really want to do in your life, especially knowing that you tried some stuff out already. Like, I'm 28. I moved out of my hometown, which was LA. My boyfriend literally moved here from New York. We were planning that anyways. It's just crazy how life pans out. And now we're in this point. I'm grateful for my partner, boyfriend, Malik, because he has really grounded me in the space of like, okay, what do we really want? Regardless of like what I want, finding that out for myself, whether it's like personal goals, like I feel like I could slowly tackle that myself, but it's also like now that we're living together, it's a joint goal. Where do we want to go from here? Is it still living in Oregon? Do we still want to work our jobs out here? Moving back to LA? Do I want to be closer to family? Do we move to the East Coast? Does he want to be closer to like his friends and like everything he grew up around? Yeah, so many things to talk about and like so many serious things that we haven't already figured out, but I will share once the time comes. We do have plans. We do have plans. I'm the type of person to like hold things closer, and I think that's also one of the things about getting older. Sometimes you don't need to share everything to everyone. In my early 20s or even in my mid 20s, I was oversharing. And sometimes like when you are in a happier space, you don't need to overshare. I feel like there's a lot of discussion about people talking about like, oh, like how come no one shares their happy moments, or like how come whenever anyone shares like their happy marriages or happy relationships, like why aren't they sharing that? And it's honestly because you should not be caring what other people think about what's going on in your own life, but also it's just like keeping everything low key. Not everyone needs to know. I think that's one of the things that I've learned, and it's literally been helping me out as I get older and like as I navigate like my own personal goals, my goals with my partner and all of that. Like I've definitely seen the maturity literally since I've turned maybe like mid 27, about to turn 28. Like everything has been a little bit more calm, nothing crazy, stop dealing with a lot of like people that were not meant for me. It's important too, like once you get older, knowing who your friends are. You're definitely going to lose friends. You're going to gain friends. Gaining friends is, I feel like, harder as an adult, as like life progresses, as you get busy and all of that. But I think your true friends really know who you are, what you stand for. They just understand where you're at in your life, and there's no hard feelings. No hard feelings if there's not a text back. No hard feelings if you can't meet up with them all the time. We'll see each other when we see each other, and we got each other's back. Thankfully, have a bunch of friends, but I still keep my circle really small. I think my closest friends are still back home in LA, and then if not LA, one of them is on the East Coast. They know who they are, and they are literally my grounding force when it comes to like being social. Obviously I have Malik too, which is really helpful. Not saying you need a partner at this point of your life, but it does help to have really good people around you. I've lost a lot of friends, ended a lot of friendships along the way since getting here, and I feel like it's important to do a lot of that shedding. I don't think it's hard feelings, at least for me, on all the friendships that I've closed off. Like they just weren't serving its purpose, and I think you just know who you want to hang out with. And at this point, when you're 28, you don't really want the drama. Like you could see it from afar. But yeah, the late 20s, I feel like it's really finding out what you really want to do. I've done a lot with trying to try different things, different hobbies. There's still so many things that I want to do that I feel like I'd be good at. If it's like taking a pottery lesson, going back to boxing classes, like I really love that. Getting into fitness, taking care of myself physically, like also just thinking about my nutrition. And obviously I have way more money than I did when I was younger, so a lot of big things on the way. Some hobbies, things that I'm interested in, creating my own brand. I've done it before, but this time I kind of want to do it in a different way. It's easy to get caught in your career and your job, but your job is not everything, guys. You still have to nourish yourself and your mental. I think during this time, I'm really just focusing on spending time with my loved ones. Obviously, I'm here with Malik. I love living with him, and it's been amazing. I have no issues at all. I do miss living with family or near family, and then near some of my closest friends. Now, like in your late 20s and like about to be your early 30s, you're really just working towards your goals. At least that's where I'm at. Like I'm seriously working towards there. Moving out here, I was trying to being overly creative because the camera died. Okay guys, look at this like background. I'm gonna go back. I don't know what I last spoke about, but I wrote some notes. It's a lot, but this is my notes. What has helped me get this far is really holding myself accountable. That's like number one. One of the ways I've been doing it more recently was using this Finch app.
What are you doing a video on? About?
My video is about how I'm navigating my late 20s. You know, like how some girlies are like saying like, oh, like I'm getting old and they're turning 25. Like, girl, your frontal lobe just fully developed, you know?
That's propaganda. If you are in your late 20s, you're not old.
Yeah.
Life just started. Life just started for you.
Yeah, really, it did. It really did. We just discussed this too.
Society is holding us all back. But we will overcome society.
Okay, that's your wisdom. Probably. But yeah, basically what has helped me has been this app called, more recently, this app called Finch. It has like small goals you could set up to have. This Finch app has helped me. It also helps having accountability buddy. My sister is one of my friends on that app, and then we have like certain goals that we try to hit every day, like small goals with each other. So like just checking in. It's a really cute app, has a little bird that you could grow and develop into like a toddler and a child. It's just cute and fun. Another thing is just checking in or calling my loved ones, my friends, texting them. I text a lot of my long distance friends almost on a daily, and then just check up on my cousins, my families, my parents, my siblings. My sister usually calls me all the time now that we are long distance and don't live in the same state. And then a couple other things is just having self-care days, or just like having nothing to do days. Like, we are doing nothing today. Like, if it's the weekend, if it's a Sunday, I'm not feeling good, we're doing nothing that day. Finding small things that bring you joy in your day, playing a little game, watching a little YouTube, whatever is gonna make you happy and bring your mood back up in the day. I feel like that has definitely helped and get through the day to day. But yeah, that's where I'm at. We're going to order some food, but if y'all have any questions or anything, comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you guys at the next video. This is a different video today, but hopefully I could share more about myself, what I'm interested in, and share more of that with you guys. See ya. Bye.